Hello and welcome to the 29th floor. I'm Noah Robichon here today with Mark Wilson, and we're going to talk about Google, but more specifically, what Google is doing next. Now, if you've seen the new movie Ex Machina, you may have noticed that it's based on the idea that all of our searches are one day used to create artificial intelligence. Sounds sci-fi and futuristic, but in fact, that's exactly what is happening on Google today. Right, Mark?
Absolutely. I think most people don't realize Google's used AI for a long time now, right? When they predictively search what you're about to type, or even when they pull up the search results, like that's a lot of different AI stuff under the hood that we just never see. But one big thing they've done just within the last 2 weeks is they're changing the Google search box to be command driven. So rather than say like, oh hey, like where's the nearest pizza place? You can actually, tell it something to do and to solve a problem for you. You literally type find my phone or send directions, which allows you to send, Google Maps directions to your phone.
How does it know your carrier? How does it connect the dots on that?
Right, I mean, that's what Google's good at, right? It has a ton of data on you that you don't even realize. It has a ton of partnerships in place. Like, it sees so much information that we don't realize on a daily basis.
What's interesting to me is that it's a real switch from the way we thought this kind of AI would emerge, which is that one day you imagine the machines wake up and suddenly you've got like robots at your command. But this is a subtle shift that's been taking place bit by bit with Google over time. And the other interesting thing about it with Google is that this AI they use doesn't have a name. You know about Siri, you know about Cortana, but what is Google's AI called?
But I think there's something interesting psychologically where I don't really feel guilty telling the Google search box what to do, right? Like I could type, anything in there. What I think is interesting is you saw some of this verb-driven sort of search on Google Glass, right? Where you would say, okay, Glass, and you might say, take a picture. If you keep all of the syntax and vernacular really simple, which is what Google's doing so far, I think you could see major mainstream adoption.
So what do you think? Is Google's sort of invisible move into artificial intelligence something that you're going to embrace? Or do you want to delete your entire Google search history, which is a new feature that they recently added that lets you basically erase yourself from their search engine? What do you think? Let us know, #29th floor. See you next week.